PSG versus the Premier League? English clubs set for era of Champions League dominance. Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool and Manchester United will all fancy their chances of glory, while the traditional heavyweights struggle. I'll be stunned if we don't get at least 2 teams in the semi-finals. I think we'll probably get 3, and maybe even 4. As predictions go, Joe Coles is bold to say the least. Bold but understandable. The former Chelsea and Liverpool midfielder is looking ahead to the Champions League, which gets underway this week, and anticipating a season, maybe even an era, of Premier League dominance. The top 4 clubs just look so strong, Cole tells Goal. There's so much quality there already, and when you look at the signings that have been made this summer on top of that, it's hard to look past the Premier League when you're talking about the main contenders. Cole has a point. Last season's final, after all, was an all-English affair, and all 4 Premier League participants, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool and the holders Chelsea, look stronger this year than they did last. So much for the bubble bursting, so much for a new era of caution and prudence in the transfer market. While the rest of the football world, with one notable exception, which we'll come to later, counts the cost of the coronavirus pandemic, Premier League clubs have smelt blood. The summer window was the ultimate flex in that regard, with English clubs spending an estimated £1.1 billion, €1.3 billion per $1.5 billion, on new players. They have, according to research from the CIES Football Observatory, been responsible for 45% of all transfer spending among Europe's Big 5 leagues during the last 3 windows, up from 35% for the period between January 2012 and January 2020. With La Liga at a low ebb, and while the Bundesliga and Serie A struggle to hold onto their biggest names and their biggest talents, Manchester City were able to make Jack Grealish the most expensive English player of all time. They would have done the same with Harry Kane, too, had Tottenham played ball. Likewise, Chelsea were able to break their own transfer record by bringing Romelu Lukaku back to Stamford Bridge from Inter. Manchester United, meanwhile, did a bit of everything, landing the vast potential of Jadon Sancho, the class and pedigree of Raphael Varane and, of course, the internet-breaking signing of Cristiano Ronaldo. No excuses now, surely, for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his side. And don't discount Liverpool, either. Their summer was a little less eye-catching, though the purchase of Ibrahima Konate from Leipzig was a good one. The return from injury of Virgil van Dijk, among others, is of more importance to Jurgen Klopp, who can still call upon the bulk of the team which won the Champions League in 2019. Their draw is tough, but you'd either be brave or stupid, or perhaps both, to write them out of the script.